Hey friends, welcome to today's video. Today I'm just going to be getting ready on camera. I wasn't actually planning to film this video, but I do have to film a collaboration video today. That was on my calendar of things to do today. If I can accomplish one thing as it relates to YouTube or work or anything, then I consider it a productive day. And that was the one thing that I had on my list. But then I thought, why not film yourself getting ready for that video? Let's knock out 2 videos today while we can. It's funny, like you would think that I would have so much more time to film, you know, and I would just be popping videos out, but that has not been the case. You know, I mean, obviously I'm home and I don't have a lot of other things going on, but the balance with having young kids at home, you know, and actually being able to come up here and film and work it's a balance. It's a struggle, you know. Paul is home too, but he has been, you know, we have our office, our BK Beauty office is just a small office. There's literally just us. And then we have Courtney, but we're having Courtney work from home. So she's not coming in at all. So it's safe for Paul to go in and fulfill orders every day because he's the only person there, right? He's not around anybody. So he usually leaves around 11 a.m. to go do that for the day. And so he's gone for, you know, most of the afternoon. He does help me in the mornings with homeschool, but homeschool is, you know, I'm not going to complain. I've seen some people complain about it, and don't get me wrong, I have complained about it. Okay, I'm not going to sit here and say, you know, I haven't. But if I really take a step back and look at the amount of work, and I'm sure it's different for every, you know, grade and school district, but ours is not so bad. You know, the kids have like an hour-long Zoom, well, it's actually 2 calls broken up 30 minutes here, 30 minutes later. And then they have, probably it takes them each, if they sit down and really just focus on their activities and their assignments for the day, they can get it done in maybe an hour. So that's not really that bad. But by the time we get that done, and then it's time for lunch, and then I fix lunch, you know, it's 1 o'clock, and then I'm just now getting ready to start my work. Okay, so the product that I just applied, I'm actually excited to share this with you guys. This is only the 2nd time I've worn it, so I don't really have a whole lot to share on it, aside that I'm excited to try it. It's by Biologique Recherche. Biologique Recherche is the brand that creates that P50 lotion that I've been raving about for almost a year now, the like total game-changing skincare product. So same brand, and this is a new serum, a tinted serum. So it doesn't really offer a lot of coverage, as you can see, but it does like kind of even out the skin tone a little bit. Just makes the skin look very natural, a little bit better than it does on its own, a little radiant, and it's a skincare treatment as well, so it has skincare benefits to it too. Like I said, 2nd day I've used it, but I figure it's a great product to have during this time that we are in, because I am wearing a little bit more makeup than I think than most, just because I do what I do, but if I didn't do YouTube, I really don't think I would be doing my makeup like I have been. So I'm gonna have this as my foundation, and I'm gonna just give a little more coverage with concealer. This is the L'Oreal Full Wear Concealer. I am really enjoying this concealer, you guys. So I'm gonna use it under the eyes, and because I have this lighter product, that tinted serum, I'm gonna kind of use it in some areas to get a little more coverage into the skin. All right, so updates. Gosh, you guys, our days are, it is so interesting. If you would have asked me like 2 months ago, like, hey, you know, what would you be doing if you were quarantined to be at home for a month? I would have a list of home projects that would all be done within that month. I have done almost nothing. That's not true. I did organize the kids' closet and the kids' room and the playroom, but that is it. I have the kitchen on my list. I have my jewelry and my closet on my list, but I find myself, it's so strange. I find myself literally, can anyone relate to this? I find myself wandering around the house trying to talk myself into doing something productive, and I'll stand there and be like, okay, you know, should I start working on this? And then I'll open my app on my phone and like get on social media for 30 minutes, and then I'm like, oh, maybe, and it's just like I'm like spending half the day trying to talk myself into doing something productive. And I spend most of my time doing that, and then, you know, maybe 20% of that time I actually do something productive. But okay, that's really pretty. It looks like a foundation. So basically all I have on my skin right now is the tinted serum by Biologique Recherche, and then I have the L'Oreal Infallible Full Wear under the eyes and then kind of blended down the center of my face. But I feel like it looks really, I mean, this gives me enough coverage. This is about the level of coverage that I would want. I'm gonna set everything with the powder just so that I don't have, you know, things moving around. The formula of this is supposed to be non-greasy though. Like I said, I've only worn it once, and the first day that I wore it, I don't even know if I went outside that day, so I can't really speak on that yet. I'm gonna set everything with a loose powder. Okay. So one thing that I like, if you could, I would love to know your ideas. Like, what is the one or a few things that you like want to work on during all this time? Like for me, for example, organizing the house was one of them, and then cooking, taking the time to cook recipes that I never really had the time to cook before. You know, all of this made me realize like how busy we have made ourselves. I mean, it is just like, I didn't even realize, because it's just kind of our norm and kind of the norm of, you know, our friends. Like the kids are in so many activities Monday through Friday. I feel like it was just school, then come home, quick snack, get ready, gymnastics, what, you know, just all these different activities that they were in that just kept them so busy. And then we get home late and I just, you know, throw something quick for dinner together. And I didn't even realize like how, I shouldn't say stress, but how much, you know, just how much anxiety that added to our lives, you know? You just kind of get, it just becomes the normal and you don't even realize it until you take and remove all of that. And so now well, I shouldn't say we, Paul is actually the cook. He loves cooking and he is actually a really good cook. He doesn't go off a recipe. He just like looks at things that we have. And sometimes I can't watch him cook because I'll look at ingredients that he's going to put together and I'm like, oh, that doesn't sound good. And then it's amazing. So it never fails. I think he is yet to make one bad meal this whole time he's been cooking, but he also makes a gigantic mess in the kitchen. But I would say for the most part, he cleans it up. He doesn't, you know, I don't always clean up everything. It's kind of a team effort, but it has been nice having him home more. You know, before with his work, he would usually get home around 7 and the kids had already eaten dinner by then and I would have already eaten dinner and he would have just had a plate in the fridge. So it's nice that he's home and we're all able to eat together, and it's been a nice change of pace. Okay, I'm kind of obsessed with this blush. This is by E.L.F. and it's the shade Mellow Mauve, and it is just such a nice, soft, rosy blush with a little bit of a sheen. So natural. Okay, for my eyes, I'm gonna work with this NATASHA DENONA Mini Star palette. I got this a while back and I really like it, and I think this video will go up before the sale is over. So I thought I'm gonna use some products that you can pick up at Sephora if you are still shopping that sale. I think I'm done shopping. I only placed one order. And the only product that I refilled, I think, that I like replenished is the SK2 Essence. I wasn't planning on getting it because I still have such a full bottle, but then I thought, you know, I really love that product and it is expensive. So if I know I'm going to repurchase it once I'm out, I might as well pick it up, you know, and get a discount on it. So I replenished that, but everything else is new. So I'm gonna have some new products to test out and share. I can't even remember what I ordered now. I know I ordered the new cream Fenty blush, but yeah, I'd have to look and see what I ordered. I didn't order a ton. Okay, so we're gonna go in with this shade right here, this like matte kind of peanut butter peachy shade. And I'm going to really just dust this pretty much all over the eye. I'm even gonna bring it down on the crease. I'm even gonna bring it down on the lid and then work it into the crease. This is a really pretty shade. I love this. I am having to build it a little bit, but it's such a, like the perfect warm peachy brown because it's not too orange. Sometimes these shades can translate way too orange, but this actually is really not the case. All right. Oh my gosh, I want to give you guys an update because I don't think I've talked about this on YouTube at all. I talk about it on Instagram if you follow me there, but so BK Beauty, you know, we've always given 10% back to the kindness campaign. So I think it was the last week of March. It was just before April. We decided we were going to shift our donations to the Central Texas Food Bank, you know, because we know that the need for feeding the hungry is, I mean, there's always such a need for that, but especially in times like we're in now, the need is really, really high. And so we have made 3 donations. We're actually going to make our 4th donation today. And as of last week, after our 3rd, we've funded enough to feed 14,000 meals, provide 14,000 meals. And then this last week was the biggest donation that we've been able to make, you know, of all the 4 weeks. So I'll have to do the math, but follow us at BK Beauty on Instagram, or follow me at Lisa J Makeup on Instagram if you don't already, because I'm providing updates there. But it's really cool. Paul got a really great email from someone at the Central Texas Food Bank just talking about the demand, and sharing a video of like their last meal pickup. They're doing it at this center here in Austin. It's just like a drive-by pickup. So it's like, you know, cars drive up, they lift their trunk, and then the volunteers will place the food in their car, so there's no contact. And the last pickup they had, I think they said they had like 1,500 families come to pick up meals that day. So it feels pretty amazing. We obviously wouldn't be able to do any of this without you guys and your support. And the support for BK Beauty has been amazing, incredible. You know, to just be frank, you know, when all of this started happening, I think anyone that owns a business probably had a little bit of fear or worry, and still do, right? I mean, I feel like we're really just starting. This isn't going to go away anytime soon. But the support that we've had has been amazing, and I want to thank you guys for that. And I don't know that I say that enough here in my videos on YouTube. I know I'm always talking about the brushes, but I just wanted to take a moment to share that with you guys and really thank you, because none of this would be possible without you guys. You know, even if you've never purchased a brush from us, just watching my videos, you know, I wouldn't have, BK Beauty would not be a thing if I did not have your support and an audience and, you know, community. And so I'm so, so grateful for that. And I just wanted to take a minute to thank you guys. Okay, so now I just put in, the shade is so pretty. It's like this kind of coppery, almost like the shade of a penny. And then I'm gonna take this dark shade right here, this dark matte shade, and we're just gonna build a little bit in the outer corner with this. I'm just gonna intensify it a little bit. I don't want it to be too dramatic or too dark. You guys, the skin looks amazing. I cannot get over this. This looks, I mean, granted, I did use that concealer to build some coverage, but this looks like a foundation. Okay, just gonna kind of deepen that up a little bit. That's perfect. All right, and then for underneath the brow, I do need to dip into another palette because this palette doesn't have any brow highlight shades. So I'm just gonna dip into a palette that I have here and grab a basic kind of highlight color for underneath the brow. Nothing special. I feel like we all have something like this at home. Okay, I'm gonna do something I have not done in a while here, which is liquid liner. Without having lashes, I can use a liquid liner again. Okay, this is the LORAC liquid liner pen, and it's actually probably one of my favorites now. It's not super rich black, which is probably the only downfall. You can build it though if you want to deepen it a little bit, but I just love the consistency and the tip of the pen. It makes it really easy to use. I purchased this just before I got my lash extensions back, and then once I got my lash extensions, I really stopped using it because it's hard to clean out of lash extensions. There's really no reason to use liner when you have really thick lash extensions because the lashes are so thick at the base that it looks like you have on liner. Okay, so I feel like this one needs to be winged out a little bit more. Perfect. Okay, and then I'm gonna take the shadow and I'm gonna actually mix the two matte shades here. Do I wanna do that? No, I don't. I wanna use this like shimmery olive shade. We're gonna use that with the BK Beauty 207 pencil brush. If you don't follow me on Instagram, follow me if you have any of these brushes or you're interested in them, because I've been doing little mini tutorials on Instagram on different ways that you can use these brushes. I like to show you guys multiple ways to use the same brush. I never want you to feel like you have to have all the brushes for each different thing. A lot of these you can use for multiple, you know, applications. So I try and show that on Instagram, and I save them to my BK Beauty highlight. So if you follow me on Instagram at Lisa J Makeup, you'll see on my highlight on my page there's a BK Beauty highlight, and they're all saved there, so definitely check it out. So this brush is applying it pretty softly and smoky. If you want a deeper payoff, well, first of all, the color to itself is not super dark, but I do want a little bit more payoff, so I'm gonna lay this down as kind of a base, a foundation, to create that smoky. Oh, this color is so beautiful. I love it. I want to build it a little more. Perfect. Okay, then next what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take the deeper shade and I'm gonna build that a little closer to the roots. And I do need something that has more of a tip, and I don't have our 204 in front of me, so I'm gonna use this MAC 242. And I'm just gonna get the dark brown shade right here on the tip of the brush, and we're gonna kind of work this into the lower lash line. Okay, I don't wanna cover up that like olive completely. I just wanna create a little more darkness there. Oh, that's so pretty. So pretty. Okay, perfect. I'm gonna wipe away any excess that fell. Okay, I'm gonna go pop on my lashes and I'll be right back. All right, this is the finished look. For lips, I lined them with the Laura Mercier Hazelnut Tea Lip Liner. This is what it looks like. It's just a really nice neutral lip liner, kind of peachy, kind of reminds me of Max Spice if you have that one. And then I topped it with this gloss, which is one of my favorites right now. It's the Chanel 722 is the number. I don't know if that's the name as well, but this is what it looks like. I mean, you can see what it looks like on the lips, but it's just a sheer like mauve rose gloss. It's super glossy and it has like the slightest bit of shimmer to it, really microfine. So it just makes the lips look really glossy and wet, but I like the way it turned out. Definitely pretty made up for staying at home today. We have a, at 5:30, we're gonna drive by Kate's kindergarten teacher's house. She actually lives on our street. All the kids are meeting in their cars and we're just gonna do like a little drive-by parade of her house because she just got Teacher of the Year award. So that is what the rest of our day looks like. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you guys are all doing well. Leave me all your questions, comments down in the comment section below. I need more ideas for videos. I go through these like weird funks every once in a while. I know I've talked about it before, but I don't know what to be creating right now. So share some ideas. I would love to know what you guys want to see in the comment section below. As always, thank you guys so much for watching and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye guys.